Welcome to my floor. I figured the easiest way to film this video is to just be sat. So if I start wiggling around or anything, that's because I have a numb tuchus. But anyway, this is a little look into maybe about half of the vinyl that I have left. The other half of it is currently underneath that light. But anyway, the first couple of albums aren't alphabetized, but then we go from Z to A from anyone with OCD. So we'll begin with this, as this was the last album that I played. Mr. Shooter Jennings. Now, it's very, very rare you get a live album that's actually good. And this is just fantastic. Normally with live albums, I don't know, the mix isn't great because there's overspill of mics and stuff, but no, this one, I don't know where they recorded this. Oh, I don't know, but for anyone who doesn't know who this is, his dad is Waylon Jennings, who is a big deal, or was a big deal in country music history. And yeah, I'm not gonna take this one out and finger the vinyl, because I like this album and it was born new, so I don't want to damage it. And that's why I have a plastic sleeve. Keep it nice and safe. I did not think this through. Next, this was the album that I listened to just before it. A repressing, but a good repressing. Of course, the Rolling Stones, Let It Bleed. And I think this was the first time I heard this album in its entirety. And oh, it's good. It's really good. Yeah, with Gimme Shelter and Can't Always Get What You Want, which was the reason why I wanted the album. But no, it's one of those that when you listen to it, every track kind of sits nicely as an album. Yeah, I think this is the 180 gram, I think. Oh, of course, this is the other joys of vinyl, is you actually have information on the album. It doesn't say the weight of the vinyl. I can't even work out how to get in it. No, it doesn't say. I mean, it's definitely heavier than a lot of the 80s albums. But yeah, this is certainly one of my more prized albums. And once again, why it's kept in a nice little sleeve. Okay, now we're on to the reverse, alphabetized-ish pile. And of course, no vinyl collection, can exist without at least one ZZ Top album. Undoubtedly, just an awesome album. The whole band is so much fun, and yeah, just good, entertaining, and kind of feel-good songs. That's cleaner than I remember it being. But yeah, if for some reason you have never listened to ZZ Top, I strongly advise you do. I mean, if you're that one person on the planet that somehow has never heard one of their songs. That's a pretty cool looking car. And I think, it may have been remastered now, but, because this was like 80 something, 83, the, album after this was, digitally, remastered, and when the producer, heard the remaster, he hated it and took a nail and put the CD up on the wall and basically just put a nail through it and said that this album could not be remastered. But I'm pretty sure it has been now. I don't know, maybe the idea of money was, more important. But, yeah, a fun fact about this album. I better show you. Feels like Christmas as a kid. A little U2. Now, I cannot remember how I got this album. I think it's just one of those that just appears somehow. And then maybe it was... Well, it was in between the Joshua Tree and ZZ Top. Maybe they kind of birthed it or something. I don't even think I've ever even played this. It does look very clean. Wonder what kind of era. 83 again. I guess one day I'll listen to it. And next, of course, as it is a bit of a legendary album. It is Joshua Tree. Now this is quite a grubby copy of this. Comes with a poster. Get a load of that. I mean, maybe they should have retaken the photo. They're a little bit blurry there. A bit of a blurred out Bono there. That'll get me demonetized. It's a little bit scratched up. I mean, it could well be an original pressing. I don't know. I don't know what label they were on or anything like that. Now, where was I when I found this? Maybe, I don't know, I can't remember, but I know when I saw it, I had to get a copy of this. I mean, come on, you know, an album by Bruce Willis, I mean, you know, that's something you just gotta own. And if you didn't know that, Bruce Willis made music, he sings and plays harmonica. He's actually really good, like worryingly good, considering you kind of think of Brucey as Die Hard, you know, and then, yeah, there he is. Yeah. Get rid of that glare. There he is, doing his thing on stage. This must have been 1987. What year was Die Hard? I mean, it couldn't have been that far off because he still has hair. But yeah, across this, and I can't remember where, but yeah, a cool little album to have in the collection. Now this is still sealed. I have yet to play this, but a little bit of Tom Waits is, I guess, kind of maybe 6-7 years ago, kind of became a hero of mine. Just as, I don't know, that guy, he just makes the music he wants to make. And yeah, he's a hell of a character. And yeah, this is the Blue Valentine album, which is probably my favorite of his. It's much more of the smoky jazz kind of Tom Waits, rather than the throwing a piano down a staircase Tom Waits. Not that there's anything wrong with that stuff, but yeah, this album, many a night, just sat around drinking whiskey, listening to this. Yeah, that's a fun night. Next is Thunder. I think, yeah, early 90s. Basically, I don't know, an 80s hair rock band, but in the 90s. And that's right, Backstreet Symphony. Oh, no, it was their cover of, Gimme Some Lovin'. Was why I bought this. Yeah, a really, really cool version. Yeah, if you like that kind of like hair rock kind of stuff, these guys are great. Yeah, Thunder. And now, I don't know why this is the only Lynyrd Skynyrd album I have, but yeah, it is. I can't really remember when I got this either, but it is a live album with it has Freebird, so it's not the original lineup. Obviously with Skynyrd now, there's only one surviving member, or at least there was when I saw them. I mean, I assume he hasn't died since. But yeah, a very, very good live band. I mean, even as they stand now, when I saw them was, I can't remember the year, but just after the piano player died, and yeah, they were down to just the one original member. And yeah, just really, really good entertainers. Really fun show. But yeah, a little Lynyrd Skynyrd. Now we've got a few of these. it's actually dusty. That's embarrassing. Got a few of these Springsteen albums. There's 2 in there. Springsteen was just one of those guys that, as I kind of got older, and you know, when you're young, you like, I don't know, like metal, and I liked Iron Maiden and stuff like that. I mean, I don't dislike them now, but the older I got, the more I've appreciated just really good songwriters, like with Springsteen and the whole E Street Band thing. 'Cause I saw Bruce at Hyde Park. John Fogerty was on before him, and I didn't know that he was actually going to be there. So that was awesome, so I kind of got a bit of that Creedence thing. And then, then old Brucey was on. He got Paul McCartney up at the end to do like a 20-minute version of Twist and Shout, and the sound guy unplugged them before they finished because they overran 11 o'clock. And obviously a big place like Hyde Park and with London, there's some pretty hefty restrictions on noise and time limits and stuff. But so I got to see Fogerty, Springsteen, and him with Paul McCartney, and I got to witness the plug being pulled on him as well. I mean, whoever it was who did that, they certainly weren't liked by the however many, just thousands of people that were there. But you know, now what was this? Tunnel of Love, Brucey again, 87, so the year was River. Was it that old? And I think this was Bruce without the street band, I think. And then this, once again, the older I've gotten, the more kind of appreciation for these types of albums. This is the Ghost of Tom Joad, which Rage Against the Machine covered, because I think when Bruce was touring this, Tom, the guitarist from Rage, played the song with him. So one of those kind of cool crossovers. But yeah, a very raw and real album. But a good one to just sit down and listen to. And of course the album that kind of led to the creation of Ghost of Tom Joad was, of course, Nebraska. And this is, for me, just an all-time favourite album. I mean, this is still wrapped. I gotta keep it safe, you know. It was recorded, I think, in his garage or something, or in his house with a really crappy tape recorder and a couple of, very modest mics. But the end result, it just has such a mood and vibe to it. Yeah, just a very cool album. Okay, and I think this is the last of the Springsteen albums I have. And of course, Born in the USA, because it's just one of those albums that, I mean, if it's the kind of thing you're into, like, every track is just gold. Yeah, one of those albums that, if it was yours, you would kind of just feel very accomplished with. It was 84. Fun fact with the fact is, a picture of his ass was when they were doing the photo shoot. He just thought that a picture of his ass was better than a picture of his face. So yeah. Yeah, because that's right. When I saw Bruce at Hyde Park, it was just, I don't know, I think the first time they toured since the saxophone player died, and he was replaced by his nephew, and on some of the kind of like bigger, kind of like classic anthem-y kind of songs. Obviously, having the new saxophone player, it was quite moving, because it was almost like paying tribute to him. Yeah, quite a kind of get your hairs to stand up sort of moment as he went into those sax solos. But yeah, he's very good. I mean, in all honesty, if you kind of heard it with your eyes closed, you wouldn't even know. Okay, so another one of these just classic albums. A little bit of Bob Seger. Kind of looks like me. But yeah, the Stranger in Town album with like old-time rock and roll and that stuff is, yeah, just some good 70s rock, which was kind of, I guess, when I first started listening to music, like a big part of it was always that 70s rock stuff with like Free and Bad Company and Bob Seger and AC/DC and yeah, all of that. Here's another Seger album. Once again, I don't know how I got this. I don't think I ever played it, maybe. I don't know. The artwork's pretty cool though. The horses. And now, once again, more of that classic 70s rock, a little bit of Rainbow, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, the reason I bought this was for the song Since You've Been Gone, which is just one of those great feel-good songs. I remember being a kid and listening to that on repeat. I know when I say when I was a kid, I'm not that old. I wasn't alive in the 70s. But still, I knew what I liked. Whereas, okay, it has a picture sleeve and then a regular sleeve. But yeah, Rainbow, Down to Earth. Is yeah, one of those albums. Just a very solid album. Unfortunately, this copy is a little raggy, but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Now, and I'm sure lots of people would disagree, but I feel the Ramones are probably the best punk band in the world. Well, the Ramones in Generation X. But oh man, the Ramones, they're just awesome. I mean, that's what you like to see. First song, 1 minute 55 seconds long. Another one, 1 minute 38. 157. Not a single song over 3 minutes. But yeah, a really clever band in the sense that there's a lot of songs that were written about issues at the time, but they still stand very, very true now. Like songs about like solvent abuse and stuff like that, which was big at the time, but I mean, obviously, all of that stuff never goes away. Another Ramones album. Yeah, once again, not a single song over 3 minutes. What was that? Surely this was later. No, this... I don't know, I can't even see a date. I don't know. But yeah, the Ramones. Gotta love the Ramones. Now, of course, no vinyl collection of mine could exist without a little bit of Tom Petty, who for me, I don't know, is just like every Tom Petty album is just so good. Just one hell of a, or was, should I say, but one hell of a songwriter. Yeah, he is one of those artists that he is very bingeable. Yeah, and it was a very sad loss when I found out that what happened to him. Kind of like one of those real, like, kind of like sinking in your gut kind of feeling of like, oh damn. Yeah. And then the Hard Promises album, which was like the waiting and all of that stuff. Yeah, this would have been earlier. Well, 81. And then just once again, one of those awesome albums. The Full Moon Fever album with like Free Falling and I Won't Back Down on it and all of that. Oh, and Running Down a Dream. And the cover of the Birds, Feel a Whole Lot Better. Yeah. Look at him there, smiling away in his hat. Yeah, another one, a very, very good album. And of course, I mean, I had like just piles and piles of Elvis stuff. I mean, Elvis is just like, what a hero. Look at that man. How could you not like that? I like a lot of 50s stuff, like Sun Studio stuff, all that. And yeah, and I thought, well, if I'm gonna keep one Elvis album, it's gotta be with the comeback special suit, you know, the leather suit. Yeah, I mean, what else can you say about Elvis? I mean, once a legend, always a legend. Well, that's the thing is he probably should have cleaned his guitar there. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. It doesn't matter. It's not important. And now, of course, back to my roots of music again. With Motorhead were just one of those bands that I just loved. I mean, I still do. They're awesome. I got to see them live as well. I got to be in the front row and everything, so that was just awesome. Yeah, one hell of an iconic band, and of course the Ace of Spades album, because it's, you know, a classic to say the least. There he is, old Lemmy, stood on top of some sand. Yeah, that's how he does it. Yeah. Oh, and on the subject of classic albums, but yeah, the Bat Out of Hell album, I don't know, just kind of a like career boosting album, and obviously he's released like I think 3 other Bat Out of Hell albums, or 2 others, but yeah, just a great, well, I mean, he's just an awesome vocalist, but cool production and everything as well. Yeah. And Gary Moore. I can't remember where I got this. I don't even know what's on this album. No, I don't even really recognize the songs. I mean, I've always liked Gary Moore, and obviously he had a brief time in Thin Lizzy as well. Yeah, there he is, sitting on his bed. He hasn't even eaten his lunch. It's very, very wasteful of you, Gary. Very wasteful. But yeah, one hell of a guitarist. Now there's a few of these around. God, what would it have been? I can't remember. There's a point in time when I discovered John Mellencamp, or John Cougar, or Johnny Cougar, or John Cougar Mellencamp, whatever you want to call him. And yeah, when I discovered him, I was just hooked. And obviously he's been making music since like the late 70s. So I had a lot of music to listen to. He is being referred to as the poor man Springsteen, because there's kind of similar subject matters in that. But no, once again, a hell of a writer and a great performer. I still have yet to see him live, though. That's gonna happen at some point. Yeah. Then there was this album, which I basically had on repeat for ages. I don't know, one of those albums that just hits you, and yeah, you just can't get enough of it. And a little fun fact: the shot of him there with the blazer and the sleeves rolled up in that for some of my old promo shots. I stole the idea with the open shirt and the blazer and the sleeves and the sunburst guitar. Yeah. Now this. Yeah, once again, I mean, when you're kind of a fan of him, pretty much every album becomes like a classic album. Yeah, that's interesting. This is obviously during the crossover period, because you got the John Cougar and then Mellencamp on the front. And then the song Small Town and Pink Houses and Hurt So Good, they were all songs that when I heard them, I just loved them. And then yeah, it's one. It's like a double 12-inch single. I don't know, this might be quite rare. I don't know, when I saw it I knew I had to have it. But yeah, kind of an oddball one, but awesome to have. Now, I told you there was a lot of these. Probably his most renowned album, Rain on the Scarecrow. Or Scarecrow's the album's called, but the title track. Yeah. Really good album. Kind of one of those ones that during the time, because of the subject matter and stuff, it hit home for quite a lot of people. And is this? Yeah, this is the last Mellencamp one. It like Hurt So Good and Jack and Diane and all of that on it. I have 2 copies of this, so this one is still wrapped. Yeah, this was probably the album that kind of really gave his career a shot in the arm with Jack and Diane, which is a pretty big deal. Yeah. Another one. Maybe if I had a shave, maybe I could look like that. And yeah, and then the other copy of it. It's interesting with re-releases, because the original one had the title written in black. So obviously you can't read it, the bit that's over his hair. And so with the new pressing, they thought maybe it makes sense to put the text in something that isn't black. But yeah, an album that well, I mean, all of these albums I like. I mean, I wouldn't own them otherwise, but yeah. Now this video is gonna be incredibly long, so I think I'm gonna end this here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed kind of learning a little more about the kind of music that I like. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. So see you later and take care. Cheers.